Salute, salute. Welcome to another edition of the Tim and Tim Show, episode 81. Duran Boots Ennis, destroying David Abenesian. Salute to everyone. Salute to Josh from 86. You guys subscribe to Josh from 86 boxing channel. Awesome channel. He goes over the history. You'll learn a lot from his channel. Very active in the sport, man. You guys give him a follow. Check out his channel, man. Awesome channel. And we got the number 4 IBF or number 4 WBA, my bad, number 6 IBF ranked flyweight in the world, ranked in two different yeah, Vince is working. He's working on the WBC too in the future, right? 2 sanctioning bodies, huh, Vince? Ranked top 10 in 2 sanctioning bodies in the whole world. In the whole world, man.
In the yes, in WBO number 10. Number 10.
Oh, so three sanctioning bodies now, guys. WBO number 10.
WBC number 12.
Okay,
yes.
WBC 12. Okay. You heard Vince, man. Vince is up there, man, getting ready to crack the champions. Shout out to Brian Corbett. Omega Crystal's in the house. Ernest was at the fight yesterday. How did it go, bro?
Man, it was incredible. The arena was packed out. People showed up for Boots, man. I think he's certified, man. He can sell the tickets. He puts the cheeks in the seats. You feel me? And right. Eddie Hearn, I feel like Eddie Hearn was certainly impressed with the turnout, especially with the people and the last minute replacement. Now, it's really up to Matchroom to make sure that they put together some more exciting fights, I would say. Maybe possibly have, some people that's gonna give Philly what they want, that action in Philly, man. They're not playing with it. They want action there. So you can't put together no lackluster card from the people because they break in the bank to watch these fights. And it's definitely a head crack. I'm still calculating, but it's a head crack. You feel me? But Boots is he's a star, man. He's certified. Like I said, he putting the cheeks in the seats. And let's go.
Oh,
good stuff.
Yeah, man. Did you watch the fight last night, Josh?
Oh, yeah, I was able to catch him. I heard them mention there were like 14,000 plus in attendance, which I think is a good look for sure. Being there in Philly, his first fight in his hometown in 6 years, I believe what they said. So that shows that, hey, when you put it on, they will come out. So just imagine it against another even bigger name opponent, because David Abenesian, veteran, been around, has done some things, but certainly just think about him being in there with a bigger name. I think it could do some major numbers. And yeah, I did see the fight. Boots looked good, looked big in there. I mean, he's going to go up eventually at some point. And I think he's going to carry it well. He just has everything stylistically that you seemingly can ask for. And I think he handled Abenesian pretty well. And I think at this stage, that's kind of what he needed to do. Just show that he was the younger, stronger, more brutal fighter in there with those punches, and it paid off for him. So that's what you look for when you're a hometown crowd, getting to see your champion there for the first time in a good long period. So many kudos to Boots. He looks like he's the guy at 147 for sure. Man. And they mentioned Terrence Crawford in the aftermath. I know Eddie Hearn mentioned that. So that would in all likelihood be at 154. Boot seems like he can carry the weight, of course, going there. But we'll see in terms of what can happen there at 147 if he wants to eventually clean up things and get all the belts,
Yeah, let me give a special shout out. We got one of Vince's sponsors in the house, Rock Chalk. Shout out to you, Vince. Rock Chalk's in the house. She don't come in too often, but she's in here tonight.
Shout out, Rock Chalk. Take care always, Rock Chalk.
Yeah.
What's going on,
man? Philly, man. Philly in the house, man. We got to see Tevin Farmer last night. We got to see Boots last night.
Yeah.
Tell us, Tim, how'd you enjoy that last night, man? That all Philly card, man.
Well, first of all, Ernest, I just want to say I'm reporting live from the laundry basket. Um, um, but well, the thing about Philly is, a lot of people say in order to be someone that's successful in Philly, you got to get out of Philly. You can't you can't think that you're gonna be able to build your career here, and a lot of people say it's because. Meanwhile, we are passionate about our sports. Not that many people come out to support, the fighters. So for Bruce Ennis to do what he did in the Wells Fargo Center last night is a big accomplishment for Philly. I don't know. Even my own father has not done that in Philadelphia. So that's a big deal. With that being said, though, I can't give Philadelphia a A+ last night. I can't give them an A+, because you got to look at the performances and all that. And I'm going to be honest. I did my research today. I didn't have enough time to watch the fights live as they happened. So you're getting somebody who had to essentially catch up and study. And what I saw, let's start out with my former opponent, Tevin Farmer.
All right. I wanted to ask you about that.
Unfortunately for fighters, man, you can't take time off. You can't take time off. And no matter how much spirit you have, no matter how much you feel like you can do it, we cannot beat Father Time. We can't. And all that slickness, all those highlights that we've seen from Tevin Farmer on YouTube and all that, I didn't see those kind of reflexes when I was watching the fight back. He was getting caught with stuff that I couldn't catch him with when we fought. So unfortunately for him, and I don't know what the real situation is, but he had like 2 years or 3 years without a fight, and you just can't do that as a fighter. So meanwhile, I respect him, and some people actually said that the fight was closer than it was scored. I didn't get a chance to see the whole fight. Like I said, I did my research today, and from what I saw, it looked like Tevin Farmer is just behind the old Tevin Farmer a little bit of the way that it used to be. I would like to hear some of your guys' perspective on that one.
Hey, look, man,
You were there, right? Oh no. I mean, that was Top Rank.
Yeah,
it was Top Rank card. Yeah,
I picked Mortala. I picked him to win by KO actually, and the reason why I did is because I feel like Tevin Farmer was at his. Okay, I don't want to say he was at his best. Maybe I would say he peaked out when he was with Eddie Hearn and them, because I remember I felt like he fought 6 times in 1 year, right? And you just saw a dude that was sharp. He was sharp all the way around. It's just like, yo, man, I don't know if anybody's gonna be able to beat this guy. But I think those 6 fights, I think he got burnt out. I think he got burnt out doing 6 fights in a year at the particular level that he was at. And for him to have that type of layoff and then come back and fight Muratalla, I just didn't see it happening. I feel like Muratalla had a poor performance in his last fight, and I just didn't think he was going to go back to back with the poor performances.
Yeah, I was able to catch the contest in itself. I looked at it a little different. I didn't feel he was burnt out. I feel like it's that time, and he had a little period there. You're right, when he was with Matchroom, when he was getting a lot of fights, and you could see him sort of peaking right there. And then he fought Jojo Diaz. I believe it was Diaz who beat him. And ultimately, since then, it hasn't quite been the same. But I feel that time away, he seemed to have some promotional issues. I remember there was, for the longest, a back and forth with him potentially fighting Mickey Bay. and that kept getting rescheduled and all that stuff. Then I believe they eventually fought, or I can't recall if they did or not, but you had a lot of back and forth, and it seems that that period, there was a lot left on the table right there. And when you're jumping back in at that sort of top stage and you've had such time off, yeah, that can be a challenge right there. Yeah, he's not as sharp as he was. And while he's still formidable just based off instincts alone, yeah, I think that time in between with these promotional issues, with him being right there, like when he was just taking on all comers and it seemingly was just peaking, I think that period or that phase of him pretty much is gone now. And it's going to be an interesting process. I thought Moritawa would win as well. And I thought it would be a stoppage because I was thinking of the just long layoff and how Farmer would look jumping back into the contest with this sort of young gun or whatever. So I think he showed himself to be pretty well. So he's still instinctive and he's got the skill set that will help him continue to beat guys who are at least not at kind of that level or at that high level, but certainly it'll be a challenge in there with some younger, fresher fighters. And yeah, I hope he, kind of figures out what kind of this next phase is for him, because it's not going to get any easier looking for world titles. Just thinking about who you had to get to that point. So it's just going to be an interesting phase for him now, having had these delays and what he does to move forward with his career. Does he want to stay active, kind of just take on anyone just to get those reps in? Or is he looking for just the bigger fights, which may be a disadvantage for him as well, with him coming in as sort of like a name opponent for some of these young and up-and-comers?
Yeah, he's been fighting over a decade, since 2011, man. So he's not that old. We're not as old as Chocolotito, who had a good fight this weekend and showed that he still has it. But I think just maybe the amount of fights, man. How many fights has Tevin Farmer fought?
But not just that though. You see certain people, and the last thing to go is the power, right? The last thing to go is the power. We still scared of George Foreman's power.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see that. And what I saw of the fight, I did not see that he had that pop. He had some of the combinations, some of the elusiveness. And I like Tevin, man. And he's done well outside the ring. Don't get it wrong. I'm friends with him on social media. He has real estate and he's invested some money and things like that. So I don't think that that's a issue, but he needs to figure out, there's some dogs outside. Gotta, especially being in Philadelphia, because when you lose a fight like that, like you go home, right? And you go to those promoters and you see what you can do, but it's not that easy in Philadelphia, and there's very little pay. So what I'm looking at is, like, if he can't get one of them gatekeeping jobs, which I don't think that he should be a gatekeeper. My personal opinion, I think that he should rely on his investments that he has now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only kind of fight he should get. He shouldn't get these kind of bar burners, kind of smaller show cars, because there's some hungry dudes out there.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it, no TV coverage, couple of $1,000s. You know what I mean? He's got to really assess what's next. I don't even know who. I know that was a top-ranked card. Did he just hop on the card? Did they just say, "Hey, we'll fight you"? Did he have somebody representing him? I don't see those things. So, for this particular instance, Tevin Farmer said that he wanted to hang it up. I would be behind him 100%.
I'm with you there. Yeah, and I'm not sure about the card either. I know this got bumped up to the main event because of Janabek not being able to make weight or whatnot. Janabek Alam Connolly, and I of course Top Rank has been pushing Murataya, so we kind of came in knowing that, of course, this Murataya is this young gun that they're looking at to be this sort of next star. And of course, he had a decent showing given the stakes and all. But yeah, I'm with you there, Tim, in terms of, yeah, this is where he'll have to assess things. I'm not sure what happened as far as that period with Matchroom, and then of course maybe the contract ran out, and then there's just some struggles in getting with the fight promoter in between that time. But yeah, certainly, yeah, if you don't have that representation that can get you in those right spots, or at least the right spots on the cards, and this was a good look in terms of he ended up being the main event, but certainly
But is
he was viewed as the opponent, really, to get this guy over.
years too late.
Yeah.
2 years ago would have made a big difference.
Yeah, certainly.
And I like Tevin, man. He's a good guy, but unfortunately, the one thing that no one can beat is Father Time.
Right.
And that's where we're at with that one.
Yeah.
What's
No,
next?
man,
I didn't get a chance. I don't know. I know we 17 and a half minutes in. I didn't get a chance to talk about Boots, the next Philly.
But we can get to it. There's a lot to say about the Boots fight, man. Hey, listen, we know now. I mean, if people don't know, they know now. Fighting once a year, no matter how good you are, you're gonna have some ring rust, man.
Same issue we was just talking about.
Yeah.
You don't have that ring rust. That once a year is not enough.
But Ernest, let me say, this is worse than just ring rust, because this guy only had 3 weeks to prepare.
Yeah,
I went back and I looked at him fighting Terrence Crawford, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I did it on purpose. And I'm like, I see slightly different things in his body where he was just slightly leaner. I'm not going to say that he looked 100% different, but his muscles popped just a little bit more when he was fighting Terrence Crawford. He looked a little bit to me like he had a little bit more. He didn't have a full camp. Let's just say.
I agree.
His
100%.
body was definitely soft. We could see. We could see it from where
I could see it on TV. Yeah, he looks soft.
Yeah, he was soft.
Yeah, so I saw that, but I had to go back and watch when he fought Terrence Crawford to really. That's the only reason why I didn't really want to see how he fought him. I wanted to see what kind of shape he was in. So the whole point that we all are going to get to is Boots ready, and I don't. Look.
No,
That's a good topic right here, man.
I got to do a lot of disclaimers because I'm friends with the family.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I fought with his brothers Pooh and Farah Ennis. We're the same generation. Bozy Ennis. I've trained at their gym. Never paid $1 going to their gym. And I remember Jerron as a young kid and him being very good as a young kid. Unfortunately, I don't know where this guy from Omaha, Nebraska got his fucking skills from.
Wrestling, bro.
He's a bad dude. And
he is.
You cannot go into a fight with Terrence Crawford getting hit the way that he got hit. Now, what's his name? How do you say his name?
Evanesian.
Yeah, Evanesian
was hitting Crawford too when they fought. His right hook is a very sneaky right hook. And this is the thing that I noticed. Evanesian likes to go from southpaw to orthodox. His feet both switch. You have to be who does that the best in the world?
Yeah, Terrence, right? Yeah, certainly.
So from what I saw from the fight, we need I don't know. Right now today, I don't know if he could ever beat Terrence.
Hey, listen, me and my wife and the people around us, we were saying the same thing, man. So one thing that I don't know if, like I said, I look at fights a little bit differently, but Evanesian has he has a small torso, right? So Boots was trying to get the uppercuts off a lot in there, and there wasn't room for this fist to fit through there. It just wasn't room. He had the most success going around the guard.
Mm-hmm.
If he had to went around the guard a little bit more, I think he might have did more damage. But again, the dude was listen, he caught Boots with some heavy shots, man. I gotta give Boots credit for having a beard. He got a tough chin.
Yeah.
And in some cases, he did take something off of the shots. It was like it seemed like he wanted to take the shot in order to come back with the counter. That's what it seemed like. It seemed like he was trying to set that up all night, but it wasn't his best performance for sure. It wasn't his best performance, but we got to give Avanesian credit.
Yeah, he didn't hit the slow motion. He tried to do something and he slipped. You guys remember when he tried to showboat a little bit? He tried to do something crazy and he slipped. So he did try to attempt something cool, but it didn't work out.
Yeah,
he still looked ass. I think he did great, man. Yeah. He destroyed his ass, but I've seen better fights with Boots too. I think another fight was him and who's the guy that got passed around? Bro, he was good too. I gotta go back on his box rec. But he had a badass fight, bro, with him. I think that was his best performance. Let me
Roman Diaz.
Crowley fight.
Lipinus.
Crowley fight would have been interesting. If Boots would have fought the same way he fought, that would have been interesting. I don't think he would have stopped him, to be honest.
Crowley's strong, bro. He's real strong.
I don't think he would have stopped Crowley. Not with if it was the same sort of performance, I don't think he would have stopped Crowley, man.
Well, and this, to be honest, this stoppage was a corner stoppage, really.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because if I'm correct, his jaw was getting more swollen by the.
That's what I heard. He had a broken jaw or something of that nature.
So
they brought the stretcher out. I was like, oh, by the way, I did pick KO5.
Okay.
I did.
Stoppage at some point.
Hey, share your pictures real quick. I'll main screen you. Can you put it on your phone?
Hey man, well, you got to do it the right way, bro. I got to send them joints to you. You can just put them full screen.
How was your Philly, Ernest?
Man, listen, man, it was a long trip. We decided to go. It was yesterday. It took us about 6 or 7 hours to get up there. Got to the hotel, found some extra hidden fees there. You got to pay an additional $45 for parking at the hotel after it's already $300.
Yeah, property tax.
Yeah, $35 to park at the arena, $50 for 2 slices of pizza and a beer. You know what I'm saying? So look, hey, it was. I want to say that. Oh yeah, and today is our anniversary. So happy anniversary!
Congrats, happy anniversary!
And I wanted to make sure that we had a good treat for that. And the last fight I took it to was a tank fight. So ultimately, I want to say this, and I met Shakur, hollered at him, hollered at a bunch of other people. I want to say this ultimately. I felt like Shakur had a front row seat, which he did. Matchroom's pandering to him. And I think he got a chance to see what you're supposed to do when you got your people at home. Because it costs a grip. Again, you come up off for $1,000, $1,500 for some seats and some rooms and some accommodations. That means the fans, the people who are ultimately putting that bread in your pocket, they want to see something. You know what I mean? We want to know that you put out a maximum effort for this money we putting in your pocket. And as long as you give it all you got, we'll keep coming. So I knew Boots was going to give us action. And anytime he have a fight, I'll be there. That's it. I'll spend the bread. I'll support the fight. But you got to give us that action. That's it.
I ain't gonna lie. I regret. I picked the wrong fight to go to. I picked the wrong fight to go to.
I was thinking you were going to go to this one too. I was like, damn, this isn't.
Oh, you went to a different one?
I went to Shakur's fight.
Okay.
Before, but it was like I got a offer to buy a whole box, but here in Philly, New Jersey is real close.
Yeah.
So everybody was not going to be here to split the cost of me getting a VIP box. Everybody's down the shore at the beach on vacation. You know,
Man, too bad I didn't live out there, bro. I'd be going with you.
yeah. So I decided to go to Newark, you know, and I got fucking put to sleep.
It's still good though. It's still nice,
No, no,
man.
no. It was good. And you know what? Top rank, not for nothing. They put on good shows.
Yeah.
You know,
They do.
when you're there in person, they put on good shows. It's just like you saying Shakur got a chance to see what he's supposed to do. I don't know if he's capable. You know, I don't know if he's capable of switching it up. And I think if he switches it up, he gets exposed.
Yeah.
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 In the ring with Coach Green, Coach Chadine.
Yeah. Interesting spot there for him. Now, as far as Tim, when you were there with Shakir, there seemed to be a decent amount of people there that came to attend that fight, right?
Yeah, it was good. You know, just like a typical fight. You know, the early you watch. I got there about the Abdullah Mason fight, and I would say that it was just start. Everybody was just starting to show up at the same time right then, and by the time Shakur fought, the stadium was full. But before he finished, that shit was empty again. It was before he
Ernest.
finished though. So how does that make you a fighter, yo? It's crazy because you feed off the crowd and everything. It's like I hate to go back to last week because we still got more fights to talk about this week. But like how you could tell that it bothered him after the way he was behaving afterwards. I guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't even have to ride that brother too hard because we get
Expectations, man, they get on you.
Yeah.
Expectations jump on you, man.
Hey, there's a picture with Ernest that he sent me, bro, and it's him and Andy Cruz, bro, and he's
Andy
fucking laughing, bro, laughing hard. I'm like, what were you guys talking about?
He Keyshawn Daddy, man. Listen,
oh
yeah.
Those are his words, not mine. You feel me?
That's a good fight.
That's a great fight.
They need to make that one for sure.
It has to happen.
Ernest, laughing his ass off.
Hey, you know what? Listen, my old lady got the photo op with Shakur. You know,
right there,
yeah. I shot that. I did that for you know what I'm saying. Like I said what I had. I said my little piece to him. I met Khalil Cole too. Got a shot with him. I mean, like I said, you know, she talked to Shakur. I mean, there was Jalil. Talked to him for a second too, man. I was like, hey man, that was good work. You was in there with a veteran. You know what I'm saying? Just build from this and learn from some of those things that he did. You saw he was still strong at the end of the fight. That means you got to make sure you keep your conditioning up and be ready. And them body shots.
I like that fight. It was good.
Them body shots that my man was doing to him. Them was some cold shots, man. Hey, he was hitting the boy hard to the body.
He was coming back.
Yeah, 7, 8, that's what slowed him down.
Oh yeah, certainly. Yeah, but I did like how Jalil looked. I give credit to Dobson because there was a point there where it looked like he was about ready to be tapped up out that thing, and he kind of just tightened up and used that veteran presence right there to be able to withstand all the way through. And he had momentum going into those last 3 rounds, I would say for sure. I did like what I saw from Hackett in terms of the way he started out on the front foot. Just came out like, okay, yeah, we talked this stuff. We had this weigh in, all this animosity. I'm going to come out like that.
He came out strong.
He did. So
he won the first 6 rounds, I believe. The first 6 rounds, Hackett won. And then 7, 8, 9, I gave to Dobson, and then I gave 10 to Jalil. He came back strong on the final round. So I had him up, and the scorecards were good. Everything was good with that fight.
Hey, the young boy got heart, man. He got heart. He didn't. I mean, he came out blazing too, man. He was trying. He really was trying to get him up out of there early.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
I like him because I've been watching him since the beginning, man. Like social media friends, not even knowing who he was. I think his dad was around a lot, pushing him like that. And now to see him on that stage still going, I like that, man. That's good to see.
Yeah, he's pretty nice with it because he's out of this area. I see him at stuff. He locally he does his thing, shows up, shows love, and that was good to see him kind of take the. I feel for that stage in terms of being the co-main event. What was a big fight. He had a pretty solid showing. Someone you would want to come back and see how they continue to progress for sure.
I mean, but that's, man, to be 21 and taking on a Pete, man. Pete, I feel like, man, I feel like Pete still got something to offer, man. It's just it seems like his output, you know what I mean? His output is I mean, it is what it is, but I feel like if he gets his output up, man, he knows what he's doing. It's just a matter of him doing it, I suppose. He knows what he's doing.
Hey, how about Sky Nicholson and Diana Vargas?
Oh man, bro,
she's good. She
lacks
power. She lacks a little power, but everything else is perfect. She have power, she'd be complete.
Well, I think the opponent was tailor-made. If you dive into the resume of that Dominican girl she was fighting, she's got 12 knockouts. I was looking through, like, she was knocking out people that were like 0-21, 0-16, 0-8. I think of those 12, only about 3 or 4 of them actually had a win on their resume of those 12 knockouts. So, and you could tell how she was in there. It certainly wasn't built off of technique. At least her building up this 20 and whatever record wasn't built off a skill set.
She should do bare knuckle like
she got thumped. Bro, I promise.
I don't even know if she should do that, man. To be honest,
her technique is awful, but she got thumped, man. She hit Sky a couple times. Sky was like, I'm not gonna throw more than 2 punches at a time. I'm gonna stick her, and she had her circling the whole night. Old girl followed her all night. Just
basically able to control it with the jab right there. You know, that tells you all you need to know.
Sky was wearing all white, you know, and the way that she was boxing was reminding me a little bit of how Ali would box.
Ali,
but she did not sit down, not once.
Nope.
Yeah.
She did not sit down and try to put something together and get that girl out of her. She threw a couple of overhand. She's southpaw. She threw a couple of overhand lefts, hit the girl nice, but she didn't go in for the kill. So it's like, and that's the issue with women's boxing, period, isn't it? We want to see more of that. That Caitlin Clark killer, you know?
Yeah, that's what we need.
So at one point they compared and said, you know, how do you think this would be against Amanda Serrano? You know, and no questions asked, Amanda Serrano eats Sky Nicholson up.
They need that Telemundo room. They need that Telemundo ring, though. The 16x16 joint.
I don't know. I think Sky, you can tell she's skilled and whatnot, but still something to be desired there. But you're right there, Tim. If there were ever a situation where someone was ready-made for you to stop them, if you're a person without a lot of knockouts, and she only has 1 knockout and now 11 wins, that was like the chance right there to really step it up and get that girl out of there for sure.
But you know,
she waited till the end of the round to commit to her shots. She would do it like right around the 20-second mark. She was waiting to the end of the round to actually commit.
You know what she got going for her though? She's good looking. That's what she got going for. She's the golden girl.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If you really want to put it to it, you have an Hispanic woman who doesn't really have to show her body like that. She can be sexy just by the way she is, so she can sell. But at the end of the day, she can't fucking knock nobody out.
No.
So the way she fought, all right. So I mean, I'm curious to see what type of credit people give her, because she didn't really get hit too much, bro. It was like it felt Shakur-esque.
Yeah.
It was too easy. Old girl couldn't hit her, and it felt Shakur-esque. But we got to make sure we distribute this. We got to make sure we distribute these opinions equally. You know, we can't say she's the best thing ever and she's styling on everybody if her fights are boring like that.
Didn't do it.
I mean, everybody was like, we were just kind of waiting for her to land a hard shot so we could be like, oh, but it was just like, okay, oh, she's styling on her. Oh, she can't hit her. Oh, she's making a miss everywhere. Okay, but
I'm with you there.
It wasn't get the blood pumping type action.
Everybody's on notice right now. Everybody's on notice that the fans want action. They want, you know, so everybody that's fighting in the upcoming weeks, you on notice. You know, the fans are asking for that excitement, man. You gotta bring it.
Yeah, certainly. You got that opportunity out there. Yeah. And it's one thing to, you know, of course, be comfortable with knowing you're going to get the win. But when certain things present themselves, thinking about it from that fan value and what that could mean for the branding of you as a fighter, got to take advantage of those opportunities for sure.
A Boots and a Shakur card will sell the arena out.
Where?
I feel Philly. Maybe
it sells the arena out.
Maybe, yeah. I can see it happening.
The dude, I'll send you the video of what the arena looked like. I'm telling you, Tim, it was packed out, man.
Yeah, but I'm not buying the ticket because of Shakur. I'm buying it because of Boots.
Either way, I'm saying people don't like Shakur. Right?
It's not that I don't like
people
him.
Some people will pay to watch the dude lose.
Shakur is an artist, bro. He's great at what he does. He's an artist. But I'm not spending $100 ticket to go see that. I'm gonna watch it. That's why I love. He had that. It was on ESPN.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't think that I'm gonna buy even a $60 pay-per-view of Shakur Stevenson.
Oh yeah, it had to be.
The undercard would have to be great.
Yeah.
It had to be him versus Tank for me to get a pay-per-view now.
And I'm buying it because of Tank.
Yeah, talking pay-per-views, yeah, for sure. I like Shakur, but certainly, he same thing. The opportunity was there, you know.
Still talking about it. That's how
the opportunity was there.
We still talking about
that
it.
matchroom setup was. Hey, y'all know I kind of, y'all be cooking. I be cooking they setup sometimes, they productions, but they had it together last night. Their production they had together. I don't know what it looked like from the TV perspective, and that was going to be another question I was going to ask but it sounds like you guys got the same thing from the fight that I got sitting.
Yeah,
you know, which that's pretty cool.
That didn't happen last week.
No,
came to Foster, the Oshiki Foster.
Have you had a chance to rewatch that?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Nah, I you know what? I saw a couple of clips and I can understand like people could see those counters good and you know what really stands out though is the microphones on top of the ring. That sound that people hear on TV is not the sound that you hear in the crowd. So, like I was telling people, I heard Abdullah Mason's punches from the crowd, but when it came to Shakur Stevenson's fight, I couldn't hear his punches. But you go back and watch the highlights and everything, the mics was right on him from on top of the ring, so it sounds very good. You know, so that is something that it's another sense that we got to take into consideration. We always using our eyes and our brain, but that noise affects us as well.
Hey, Thomas got in some trouble with the WBC the other day because he does the podcast with the WBC channel with that with his friend Pedro the WBC channel, and I just sent him a link. I'm sorry, my wife's talking loud.
Oh, so you can explain it.
Yeah, but I hear you on the punch thing there, Tim. I was thinking about that in terms of Shakur and you could hear him, of course, on the broadcast. We could hear him when he was shouting, like, I'm going to stop him or I'm going to stop him or whatever.
Yeah.
And was that his best effort in trying to stop someone? That's the question right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He seemed adamant that he was going to stop him. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy that we are still. This is still a hot topic, man. Isn't it? It's like I don't know, man. We're still talking about it. 2 weeks later, we had a big fight with Boots, and Boots did his thing, and then it's like it almost makes us reflect on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, the people showed him love in Philly. You know, everybody wanted to talk to him. The people showed him love last night.
They showed him love in Newark. They showed Shakur
Right.
love in Newark. You should have saw it when he was coming out. He had G Herbo bring him out and everything
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. It was only until they saw he wasn't really fucking doing nothing that people started to get out. Because you got to understand, they was already on edge. I don't know who was the co-main event for Boots.
It was Hackett, Jaleel.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
Jaleel.
Maybe he was all right. So that's a good fight to
Yeah.
have as a co-main event. Now
Right.
you had that Oshiki Foster fight before Shakur, where the crowd was already booing, already on edge, saying it was boring. So you go from that right into Shakur. They was fed up. They like looking for him to put on for their city, and
Yes.
and he. They was wait. I felt the tension around me, and they was waiting. Like, yo, come on, let's go.
Yo, the last night, man, it was Mannix, I think, for the Pete Dobson fight, bro. Pete was coming back, right? 7, 8, and 9. He was putting that work in. They did not show no highlights of Pete at all. No
Right.
highlights at the end.
That's how they do you.
And the only one that was talking good about him and arguing with Mannix was Sergio Mora, bro. So
Yeah, they posted Mannix's score. I got a couple of videos of me cooking him. I was like, man, this is the motherfucker I hate right here. I can't stand that motherfucker. If I could have got close enough to him, I might have put the whole paw on it.
you need to fire Mannix, bro. He's horrible, bro.
I don't
He's
like that
biased.
dude, bro.
He's biased. He doesn't know boxing, bro. It's weird, bro. He says some off shit all the time, bro. Every single time, bro. I always cuss at the TV too, bro. When it's Mannix.
Yeah.
It's just disrespectful, man. Like, you know, we critique people. Hopefully, you know, it's constructive criticism that we're giving out and people aren't taking it the wrong way, because at the end of the day, they are athletes and they're putting their bodies and shit on the line for our entertainment, and we don't want to see anybody get hurt. But, you know, again, it's like voting, man. Our opinion, our voices, it matters, because if we don't show up to the fights, man, you ain't getting booked.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
You got to put the cheeks in the seats.
Yeah.
For sure.
But and also at the end of the day, man, it's so many people out there that are critiquing these guys and whatever. As a fighter, you got to be able to just be like, yo, man, you've had to hear it all. As many of people that are disappointed in you, there's that many people that are supporting you. Look at Devin Haney after he lost to Ryan Garcia. They had a cake and everything after the fight, telling him he's still the champ. You know, these young men and these people, they got to understand that, you know, this is just the world we live in. You're going to have them haters. You're going to have them people that agree with you, disagree with you. You got to be your own president. You know what I mean? That's where we at in this world.
Yeah, and kind of different age in terms of just given where we're at from a technical standpoint or technology standpoint, in terms of social media and where it's at now. You're right. So many eyes out there and so many voices, and it doesn't have to be the loudest voice, but a lot of stuff, you know, can come across your screen, you know, and it's just being able to withstand that, handle that, filter it out, and stay focused.
Yeah.
Oh, let me tell y'all about something that happened, man. So I think it was behind. So Boots was blue corner, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the people behind, there was like 50 people that were like back there standing up in the aisle, like in that corner behind Boots, and it's just like the people couldn't see the fight. that were sitting on the floor. We're talking about people paid a lot of bread, and there was just like this entourage of people that was just standing up in that corner, yelling or whatever. Man, they had to tell them people to go sit down somewhere so that the people in the back could see it. It was kind of weird, man. And like from the seats where I had, man, I felt like I had like the best seats in the house, bro. I almost went down to the floor, but then I decided to pay. I paid a little bit more money, and I ended up with some great seats, man. Best. I felt like they was the best in the house, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
I was right there by where they was where they were walking out, and I felt like I was probably 50 to 60 feet from the ring. I like the setup.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like the setup in Philly, man. I'll definitely be back.
Did you get your cheesesteak?
No,
Oh,
Dang, bro.
man. Listen, we didn't have it was crunch time, man. 7 hours and some change to get there.
You should have went right to Gino's. You was only like a mile from it.
Man, it was kind of confusing for us to
DoorDash that shit.
man. Listen, man. It take time to get places there.
Yeah, you need
So
to
yeah, it take time to get places there, man. And so we were gonna go Uber it, but I was like, man, let's just go ahead and drive up there because I'm not trying to wait around for Uber after a fight.
Bro,
So,
for sure.
Yeah,
And not in Philly either. You know
yeah, waiting for people, waiting for the valet to go get our car, man. It was madness. Like I said, time was crunch, and then I barely got back for the show.
Yeah.
Next time you come for the weekend.
Yeah.
Hey, Champ Ross, that was I was just going to answer Champ Ross. We cooked on it in the beginning of the show because that was the first question I asked Tim because that's Tim's been in the ring with him, you know, also from Philly, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we cooked on that on the Tevin Farmer. You want to answer Champ Ross? He probably wants to hear it from you, Tim.
Well, basically, you know, he's just we all touched on it. We've all seen it before, that time out of the ring. Has his timing off. It's not the same timing that he had back when he won the championship. Back when he fought me, his timing got better after he fought me. So he beat me with not his full potential. He was not even at his full steam. So I've seen him do some amazing things. I think we all seen him do some amazing things, clips and things like that, making people miss. But we just didn't see it last night, unfortunately. And I think it's due to the inactivity. But also, you never know. Like, a little bit of it could be the wear and tear, like some other people said. And, you know, it's just Mother Nature at this point. But I remember myself, I was 6 fights in. And I had I dislocated my shoulder in a fight. Fighting a guy named Kwame Hill. I went on to win the fight, but I had to miss a whole year out of fighting. And before that fight, I just won a fight in England, but I dislocated my shoulder there, so I had to go get it checked out. You know, and a whole year off changed my whole trajectory. And I could admit right now that I was never the same after taking a year off, having surgery on my shoulder. So I know firsthand what it can do in it. So meanwhile, I'm saying these things about Tevin Farmer. It doesn't make me happy saying these things. I sympathize with them, and I don't wish that for any boxer. I wish that the momentum works out for him. But unfortunately, for some of us, it don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Ren, Miss Just Do. You got to meet the Just Do family, the voice last night. I was,
Oh yeah.
That's
We
my
were in the
homie.
same section.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's 2 fights in a row for Miss Just Do. They were at the Shakur fight too, Tim.
Oh,
You didn't run into it? Yeah.
I guess Ernest, we got to fly out to the West Coast now.
Right.
Hey.
I got press credentials for Top Rank in August, man. Bernardo Lopez, Angelo Leo. I'll be collaborating with Mo Boxing.
Good fight.
Problem, man. Good channel. They've been getting a lot of good coverage, man. So good connection.
Where's
I've
that
been
at?
working. You know, my friend Jose, he's been on the show. We used to work with him when we first started.
Yeah.
And I've been doing stuff on Instagram with him, you know, still, you know what I mean? But I need to start doing more YouTube stuff. I'm gonna have an interview with two fighters. I want to show you guys. It's for a title. It's for Latino or it's IBA. You ever heard of the IBA? It's for
I've heard
I've
of it.
seen it. I've seen it. Yeah, heard it. Yeah, heard of it. Heard of it.
IBA title. So it is a title fight, but it's a civil war, bro. This fight is kind of like Johnny Tapia and Danny Romero back in the day. This is the rivalry because these guys are both undefeated. One is right behind Vince in the rankings. These guys are flyweights. It's Abraham, the Hammer Pettis versus Matthew Griegos. I'm gonna be interviewing Matthew Griegos at the gym. I'm supposed to meet him Tuesday. He's gonna be sparring, so I'm gonna go up there, get an interview. I'm trying to do a virtual one like this. If you guys want to do it with me, do a collaboration. It's gonna be sometimes this week, but I want to do a StreamYard version, and then I want to do a mobile one too. I'm gonna go to the gym and get some footage, and then because they're gonna be opening up the Top Rank card. Let me show you that fight poster real quick.
Is it me or are the flyweights really doing some like real good work now?
Undefeated, 10-0,
They're doing good work, no doubt.
14-0, 10 kills. Matthew Griegos, I believe 10th in the rankings or 11th in the WBC, I believe.
Has the makings of something solid then.
Yeah, Pettis, he's like a national champ and all that. You know what I mean? So these guys are good, man.
Word.
Where's our boy Bruce Gas today?
I saw he was on live earlier.
I saw you on the show with my dad the other day, Skywalker.
Yeah, bro. Bruce invited me. I said, cool, I'll hop on. And we talked about Ireland, bro. So I did that reel because that guy that's in here is a huge fan of your dad, bro, your family. He loves it. You know that a lot of them people in the UK and not UK, but Ireland, because you got to think the IRA, they're Catholics, right? So they don't like the Protestants, right? Which is the people from the UK. So when your dad beat Frank Bruno's ass, he became like a legend in Ireland, bro. Like your dad's one of the most talked about heavyweights. You know what I'm saying?
I went with him once, so trust me, I had one of the best times of my life in Belfast, Ireland.
Belfast, yeah.
Yeah, listen, I've been to Tim. All those places you've been to, I've been to too, bro.
Yeah,
I know, man. Listen, Dublin. I've been to Dublin. I've been all up in the U.S. I've been to 30. I've been to all the European countries, bro. I had my whip over there, bro.
I don't know about certain. I know for an African American over there, it's pretty good. I don't know about every American. I would assume that it's good, but I know for an African American.
Yeah, that's how it goes down.
You ain't wrong. You're not wrong.
No, you're right. You're right for sure.
I was basically you without the babies.
Yeah. I got one. I got one in the UK. One.
Been on a panel with your dad 5 times, man. That was my 5th time, right? And he doesn't know who I am at first, bro.
Yeah. Well, actually, to be honest, he's actually in the hospital right now. He had some fluid in his lungs. He wasn't feeling well, so.
Not pneumonia.
Yeah. Wishing him a speedy recovery.
It's actually the same hospital that my wife worked at, so she's gonna be checking on him tomorrow. She's a nurse. He's not on her floor or anything, but she can go and see how he's doing and all that. So, it's going to be a procedure where they try to figure out how to get the fluid out and all that.
Hey, he was calling out Jake Paul the other day, bro. I was going to tell you. He's been calling out Jake Paul. Like he said, man, I'll step in for Tyson.
So this is the thing. When my dad was fighting, I used to see him. He used to be a little bit pudgy. Like he's in better shape now than he was when he was fighting. You know, so it's kind of a little bit crazy. Like it's like I'm seeing a healthier version of him when he's not the world champion.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
But I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on with that part.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speedy recovery for sure.
Hey, fellas, I gotta roll out. I'm spent.
I'm right behind you, Ernest.
Yeah, I'll get you
Hey,
guys
I'm there as well.
videos and
I'm
some
there.
footage from the fight. I just gotta do some editing and whatnot, and I'll shoot that over to you, Skywalker.
Cool. And I was gonna bring up one last thing before we end, guys. Please, I'm gonna be getting some autographed gloves, man. I don't know if Nonito's gonna help out. I've been reaching out to people, even Jimmy Adams, the Country Box. I talked to him; he's willing to help. I'm starting to talk to a lot of important people to help with the cause that we could start something here, man. And I'm gonna start raffling like memorabilia, man, like from your guys' favorite fighters. You know what I'm saying? And whether it be Casemiro in the Philippines, I can make that happen. If it's Nonito Donaire, if it's Boots, in Philly, we have a lot of connections, and it's all going to a good cause. And I thought we could also help Raheem out with Pro Se, like we could get some of the gear like that they need, hand wraps, or if they need mitts or something, you know what I mean? Any little shit that we can help out with, we can also help his business out too. I was thinking he'd give us discounted. He's actually really affordable. His price is about the same price as what you pay for like Title, like Pro Mix and stuff like that. So he's a great price, man. So then.
Well, my suggestion is that we really sit down and set up a goal on a cause.
Yeah.
And then once we get that, we can target that, and then we can do the next one and the next one. So maybe one of our shows, that'll be a situation where we come up when we decide.
Yeah, I raffled a Tyson glove back in the day for a fighter. I raffled one of my Tyson autograph gloves, and
take that.
Brought in a lot of money, bro. It brought in like I could have bought 2 Tyson gloves for that, and it
that
went to a
right
fighter.
behind your shoulder. We're gonna raffle that.
No way.
Yeah.
That one's more valuable. Actually, believe it or not, man, you look up my uncle's gloves, you can't even find one on the motherfucking internet, man. They're hard, bro, to find. Right. And mine's certified. I think mine's worth, it's not as much as Ali. Ali's like 1,200. My uncle's like maybe 400, 500 because he's passed away,
Right.
He's a Hall of Famer. So,
all right. Look, guys, I'll see you next week.
Oh, yes. Indeed.
See you guys later.
Yeah, later. Damn, I didn't answer. I didn't see Pro Se's glove there or question. My bad.
Oh yeah, didn't get to answer that, but yeah, I'll be connect back with you. I was at a Mystics game earlier, but yeah, it's been a crazy weekend.
Watch your soccer, bro. My bad. I appreciate you, man.
Oh no, it's all good. We're gonna be moving to that second half here shortly. So thanks to everyone that dropped on.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Much love. Peace.
Right off.